Hi. You know, I had to come to you about the Whitney Houston biopic. The reviews was just going off on Twitter. So definitely hashtag state BP and hashtag BP now. Retweet the timeline, reply to it, share, engage. Um, to speak on the Whitney Houston biopic. Um, it was interesting. It was pretty good. Fantasia one was good too on Lifetime. Lifetime have a lot of good movies. I know a lot of people talking about Lifetime like they be having some real cheapy um movies. But I have to commend Angela on this movie. I know I heard one of the complaints was about the CC Winans looked at all she did, but that's actually her niece. That does look like her in real life, but you know, she is darker. She look like Cece and her mom mixed together. The person that played her, but it's just a little small piece. But the way the reviews was going off as though they had at least 5 or 10 scenes in the movie. It was a short movie, and it would have been, yeah, it should have been called Whitney and Bobby movie because that's not like all they engaged with. And it didn't have like more people that was at the hospital because CC Winans is also Bobby Christina's godmother, and I believe Robin is also. So they didn't show nothing of the child christening. They didn't. Yeah, I know there was Marvin Winans that initiate what you call it. Married them. Let me not try to get too big on leaving the words. Um, so it started off with her in a limousine, and y'all know she used to date Eddie Murphy, and I believe it's written in a book that she had, one of the books I've read on her, that she had a miscarriage for Eddie Murphy. But I do remember in the tabloids they had that she was pregnant for Eddie Murphy. She was dating him. Um, and the Soul Train, I mean, Deborah Cox did great on the vocals. Um, Deborah Cox did real good. Like, wow, if you would have put that energy into your third album, which flopped you, that would, her first and second album was good. Deborah Cox's first and second album was good. And her third album is what flopped. That was horrible. The lyrics, I couldn't even get it together. I didn't know whether you're reading some Sir Richard Allen, um, I don't know what kind of literature that was going on, but I don't know. It had me going left field on her third, because a lot of people giving reviews saying, "Oh, she need to come out with a CD tonight, a CD tonight." Y'all don't know she had that real flop dop album that just was terrible, horrible. That third album was horrible. So to hear her come out, I guess something must have really convicted her, and she's like, okay, after that third album, because she did great on all Whitney songs. And I wouldn't mind watching the movie again. Um, I know that there is, I believe, I don't know the exact source, but I did see someone put out a statement about the movie. Um, Sissy Houston, she's a very private person. I think somebody wrote under one of the reviews. It was under the thing that she did with Oprah, somehow, somewhere. She got there and she tricked Whitney into singing, into going secular. Um, Sissy is not that type of show business parent. Especially if she didn't make it, she would rather her own self to be able to defend stronger for herself. Because I believe she had a good sense that her daughter was, gullible. Her daughter wasn't, you know, you know what I'm saying, able to handle the street sense. Like she had street sense to follow, but not street sense to lead and lead away from when she need to lead away from. She's you could tell Sister's a very private and professional person. She's down to earth, but you got your limits. She traditional cut off. I'm watching a video where she got there and she said, she wouldn't have accepted her child being gay. I'm like, okay, real parents, because you just got people just filing behind anything. She was in the industry, and she have, wisdom. People know back in the day with all that's about the industry, and that's why So I admire Sissy, a strong, stern woman. Now, whether I could hang around her, I don't know. Maybe I probably wouldn't even be good enough for her neither. And I don't know. Maybe because I may be, I don't know what it could be about me, but I know maybe the way I reply about stuff could be informal. It may be that, but nothing. I don't, that scene where she was smoking in front of her mom, and that's something I don't get about people, that smoke in front of their parents, even though you grown. It's like, what other rules can your parents have for you? Like, you know, I just, like, my child, I just wouldn't even be for mine just coming up with tattoos all on the neck and just bold. Like, I'm gonna mention it every time. If I don't mention it every time, I'm gonna mention it every other time. Ooh, you marked up, huh? Like, you smoke in front of me, it'd be like, hmm, you really care what I'm breathing, huh? Hmm. Yeah. And think, what if I smoked like that when you was born? It, I just would be, guess I'll be the side B of Sissy Part 2, the spinoff. Um, the Soul Train Award show. I mean, nothing was wrong with the costumes. People was talking about the costumes. Nothing was wrong with those costumes. Those were great costumes. And it's basically what she wore, looked like everything she wore to Bobby Brown. That was a match. That man had some skill. They was dancing on that stage. Oh my goodness. Ah! So I was like, oh yeah, gosh. But that is right in the reviews what people were saying. That was like some soft porn, 'cause that looked like that was real, okay? Um, it looked like it was some real foreplay. It wasn't real action. And that was like sex and drugs. Oh my goodness, Arm& Hammer gonna really be popular, 'cause people gonna be now pretending to get a drug, um, role in movies now. Um, what there was something they had about Okay, I did come across something when they asked her about the movie, and she's like, let her daughter rest. There are thousands of other people that a movie could be done on. Um, so I mean, as many forgotten people that people need to know about that a movie could be done about. Of course, you have to promote harder. Like you put Whitney Houston out, everybody's gonna automatically get into it. So that's why people want to do it. But that's other people. Um, they said that Aaliyah movie um, was terrible. People told me don't even waste my time watching it. And I seen the person that was supposed to be playing Missy Elliott, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that looked like Andre's cousin around the corner, Nikki. I was like, oh, yeah. And I also came across people saying in reviews that Wendy Williams was saying that you didn't need to have music with. Yeah, you if the person was an artist, you need to have music with it. You do, because people want to see the art. People want to see scenes that made that remind you of something in their life, like even if they were played in the background. Um, Another one of her songs that she had the greatest love of all, because she was at a charity event. People want to hear the music. You want to hear music. Like, yeah, you need music. Even if they did it the way they did it, though Deborah Cox singing, yeah, played that part great. The Bobby Brown, that was great. Um, the casting for I didn't even pay attention to the casting before. I don't even remember it, so it couldn't have been no big deal. And they just had like a 1 second. And then, but that's easy why this John Waters did unless you're 40 years old. I have to agree with people on that for real. Like, oh no. And she had, I mean, they could have just got some weave instead of get a wig. They should just did wig. Cause, uh-uh. Um, they should have some more contemporary. And, Mm-mm. She didn't need no makeup. I mean, yeah, she didn't need no makeup. I don't know why they did Joy like that. Why? Cause she look like Cece. She do. She just darker. She really dark. I've seen the comments, and who people could really go in. Um, I don't know who else. Maybe a movie could be made. I'm surprised they haven't did one of Phyllis Hyman, but I don't know who she is. I don't. There's a whole bunch of don't. And you know, I was in the South, and so that wasn't somebody that came across my board. Um, what about Dinah Washington? I've heard some of her songs. I don't remember what they are, but from what I heard, um, then they had this guy that had Rainy Day in Georgia. I don't even know they have a Fats Domino movie. Do they have a Louis Armstrong movie? But of course, Whitney, you definitely would expect it to be on the big screen or a big, like if it was on like a independent movie, like something the black community really took the time out to fund and put into it and really do its own casting. But Angela Bassett said she did a good job, but um, they'd be great theatrical. I would love to see something with, you know, while her mom was carrying her, like before she got pregnant with her, and when Whitney was born, how she came up with her name. I like to see something more detailed in it. But I could see Sissy. She don't play. She's very stern. I respect that. I'm about the same way too, and if I just heard her, you know, she's not a dense woman, so that's why she said she wanted a child before coming into the industry. And so now that you want to maybe ask me what is my favorite Whitney Houston song, I would have to say The Greatest Love of All. I knew Bobby Brown before I knew Whitney Houston. Yes, y'all. Um, I find about Whitney Houston through tabloids. And I heard the songs, and I always like the song The Greatest Love of All, but I just really wasn't into artists. I only got to caring who sung it because other people were saying, yeah, that's who sung such and such. Especially if it wasn't direct gospel. It was just something in school. Like, okay, what's the answers? Remember for the test. Um, but I love the song The Greatest Love of All. Um, and I like I Have Nothing. Those are my two favorite songs by her. Um, that Preacher soundtrack, that was a good soundtrack. The one where she was in Grand Central Station. Um, it's alright. I'm gonna make it anyway. And what other song did she have that I like? I'm doing it on my own. Yeah, I believe that was doing it on my own. I think other people would say that about me, doing it on my own. I wouldn't say that. No, it wouldn't be like that. Even though other people say it like that. But yeah, I would say a song that people would, if you would probably ask them about me, what they would say, doing it on my own. Um, but I have nothing, and Greatest of All. That's my favorite songs by her. And talk to y'all later. Let me know what are your thoughts, and if you have reviews, definitely share it. Um, catch us on Twitter. Engage with us on Twitter. Hashtag StateBP and hashtag BP Now. And do attend on Monday's show, 6 p.m. Mondays, 6 p.m. State of Black Parent Blog Talk Radio, 661-554-9123.